Hey everyone, it's Andrea. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a quick video on this Starter Cut Above Layout 1 kit. It is a great representation of our Craft with Heart subscription. Each Craft with Heart subscription, each month you get 2 layouts. This is just 1 layout, but the price point is absolutely phenomenal. It's under $10 for this layout. And I bought several of these to sell at a crop that I have this weekend. So I want to put this layout together to show the girls how pretty it can be. Now, one of the things that you'll notice that they tell us to bring in is the starter stamp set and some Papaya ink, and I don't have that stamp set, so I'm just going to change this up. You can see that they've stamped here and here with it on the example. I'm just going to change this just slightly, make it my own just a bit, and show the girls another technique, which I'm going to share with you today in this video. So each layout, whether it's the starter kit here or the subscription, comes with some really great graphics so that you can follow them, and it also comes with a few basics. Just gonna move this out of our way. I'll use that for reference. It comes with a couple of pre-printed base pages for each of the layouts. It comes with a sheet of punch outs, which I've already punched out, and mine are all in this little pile here. And then it always comes with some stickers, and these are nice vibrant stickers. It usually comes with some photo mats and photo placeholders, and I've already used the photo placeholders. I've stuck some things down, but I've saved one to show you. So we've got 4 of these photo placeholders. Sometimes they're, or photo mats, sometimes they're right on the page. And we're not going to use the placeholders that say like place photo here. We're not using that because I actually have photos printed of a trip. Let's just get started. Since this one's right here, this photo, I printed a 4x6. I used my Picture Me to do all of the printing. And I'm just going to adhere this down just so it's out of our way. And you'll see that this is perfectly made to hold a 4x6 photo. So I'm going to get that down so that this way that is out of the way. The next thing I want to do is actually just slide the base pages up because I want to do a little bit of prep on the base pieces here. And it includes these 2 pieces. Now what I wanted to do, rather than stamping, I have this beautiful floral stencil, and this is from our Stencil Pack number 2, and I'm going to go ahead and just stencil just a bit over these particular couple of pieces. And the reason that I wanted to stencil was because I love stenciling. It's become a new favorite of mine since Julie showed me how to do it so easily. And so why not? I have some Papaya ink I'm going to bring in and just a blending brush. This is not a Close to My Heart one, although we carry those now. And I should probably secure this down with just a bit of tape. I have some purple tape here. Close to My Heart, we have some tape as well, but this is what's on my desk. So this is what we're going to use. And I'm just going to make sure. I really wanted a big floral accent, so here we go. I've got a couple of flowers here. I think I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and try to adhere down where I can catch the stencil. And you know what? We'll move this piece right here. I'm going to catch some of the paper as well. Just want to be able to keep that in place just a bit. So I just add some ink on, and I just very lightly go over the stencil. And I wanted this to be soft. I had thought about doing it in a beautiful harbor or mist color, but I really wanted it to be kind of tone on tone and pull in some of the orangey pink tone that the papaya had. And you'll see this move just a bit. So I'm just going to hold on to the paper. So it's really easy to get these stenciled. I'm going to bring in my Sage ink. And I'm going to just bring in another blending brush, and we're just going to put some Sage ink down on the leaves. And you can see I've got a little bit of overage here with the Papaya ink, but that's okay. And let's take a look at what this looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Such a soft, simple technique. I really love the way that that turned out. And we're going to just do this little piece right here now. And there we go. So I'm really happy with the way the little stencil pieces turned out. I think that they're going to add to the layout, and it's not quite as bold as we would have had we really stamped boldly. So let's go ahead and bring our layout back in. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put down my photos because I think that that's going to help me place everything else on this layout. So like I said, we had 4 photo mats that are meant to go over here. And I am not going to use a flip flap on my particular photo. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that up here in the corner because we have some embellishment that's going to go up here. And we're going to lay it out something like this. So I want to show you. We get 4 of these photo mats. So they are cut to about 4 and I think it's about 1/8. So we have about a 1/16 of an inch all around our photos here. If you want, you can cut your photos down smaller and show more of the mat. I did not because I really wanted to keep the photos true to size because we're going to layer up here with some flip flaps. I have a lot of photos that I want to get onto this one double layout. Now, we also have these pretty doilies. Let's see. It looks like the doilies go down first, then the little stenciled pieces, and then lastly, we put the embellishments on. So let's get the photos down first, and then we'll stack up all of these little random pieces. So it looks to me like you see just a little bit of each of the photos. There are some measurements that'll help to guide us if we want to use measurements, but I try to do things just by eye. And so I will often just look at the fact that I have just about I would say like 1/8 of an inch border and then maybe a little bit more at the top here. And that's how I start placing my photos and such. I don't worry about exact spacing, I'll be honest. So we're going to go ahead, start with this picture up here of Isabella. My photo is going to go right next to it. And once again, all that I'm trying to do is line the photos up and then make sure that they are kind of straight up at the top here. And here we go. So I have 2 more. Stick these down. And like I said, these are all going to get flip flaps. So I can fit lots more photos on this layout. My idea was not to change up so much and put different embellishments and different stamp sets on here. I just really wanted to keep this simple so that the girls saw exactly what they were getting in the kit. Now we have this pretty little doily accent. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down over here on the side. And that looks like it goes, about midway. So I could definitely use my, my T ruler or something, but I'm just going to make sure that this matches up here. And it looks like this comes out a bit from the photos because we have just about 1/4 of an inch left over here. So we're going to stick that down. Next comes that beautiful stenciled piece. We're going to layer that on as well. So we'll give this just a bit of adhesive. And then there were measurements for this piece as well, but you know me, we're going to eyeball it. And this is going to be covered up with a sticker right over here. So I have a little gap, but we're going to make that work because I have a sticker off of our sticker sheet. I'm going to pull this in right away. And it looks to me like this goes down pretty far because a lot of the top piece is going to be covered up with flowers. So there we go. Just love all the layers that are coming together here. The last thing that I have to do is kind of embellish here. And like I said, I'm going to put flip-flops on these 3. This one I'm not. This photo of myself. It's a photo that I don't love, but heck, it was the only one we got. So we're going to go with it. So I put some foam tape on the back here of this flower. And we're just going to put that right about, it's up just a little bit. Well, it wanted to go there, so that's where it's going. And then we use the smallest of these bright flowers. That's going to go up here. And then it looks like we have 3 leaves. And I think we're going to go with these 2 and then this leaf down below. So this leaf just comes out down here. And then we have this pair. Just looking at the little pattern we have and going with that. And let's see, I'm just going to overlap them a bit and they're going to go right up here. I love that little cluster. It makes me really happy. And so that side of the page is pretty much come together already. This is going to go right up against the edge over here. And again, I'm going to try to center this. I'm going to put this on the 2 mark on my grid here so that I know that it has to go at about 8 inches for it to be centered. So there's the center. I'll line that all up. Next, we're going to bring in the doily again. Now, here's the other thing. I'm just going to have to be careful. I think I'm going to lift this up a bit. And the reason being, I wanted to bring in this photo of the enchanted rose. This was where we actually were. And I just kind of wanted to create a cluster. So I'm going to put this up just a bit higher. I'm going to make this touch the top of the photo mat up here. And then I'm going to put the photo in. And then we'll see where the embellishments fit. So I just wanted this one extra photo. I could definitely have matted this, but I kind of, you know, I like it okay without a matte. It's a really bold photo, and I thought it worked really well with the papaya. Then we have some more embellishments. So I'm just going to peel off the backing of this foam tape here. And this is the boldest of our elements, and it kind of goes over onto this photo if you're going by the placement that is on the guide, which we'll use this time. And then we have 2 sets of leaves, and I'm just looking. This one comes out kind of down here. So we're going to adhere that. We have one more big cluster of leaves. Just being careful that I don't tear. I'm going to be a little gentle with these. And actually this one belongs over here. I just noticed it goes up here. So we're just going to put that up in the corner. I like that because I think it brings a depth of color to that palette up there. So we have this one down here. We have a couple more flowers. And honestly, I think I want to put some foam tape on these. I think that making those flowers pop would be a lot of fun. And we're going to put those in. They're roughly the same size, I'd say. So this one goes about here. This one down here. A few leaves. One of the leaves goes here. We have this You Make Me banner. But here's the thing. If I put that where they want me to put it, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to lose the enchanted rose. And I did want to try to put the smile down here. So let's just see. Maybe we'll put this down further. Or maybe we'll move the photo out. I'm going to work on that. We're going to see where that ends up. You know what I forgot to do? Before I did any of this, I forgot to put down our sticker. Uh-oh. So we might have to trim this just a bit. So I've just snipped this because I don't think that I'm going to be able to sneak that longer piece in. Now that I made that little error. So we're going to line this up and then I'll just tuck it under. I like this little border piece because if things are not lined up properly, it kind of hides them just a bit. So I'm happy that I was able to tuck that in. We'll just save that maybe for another project. We have another leaf, which was meant to go about in here. We're going to pull it up to this area. I think that'll be nice. And we have smile. Now in the guide, you'll notice that the word smile went on this side. I'm going to move it over here because I think if I put it on that right hand side, it's going to interfere with some of our flip-flops, and we don't want that. And this we'll tuck in right about there. I think that looks pretty there. So now the only thing that I have left to do is to put my layouts into page protectors and then add my flip-flop. Usually when you get your monthly subscription kits, you do get page protectors. With this basic starter kit, the page protectors are not included. That's to keep the cost down, I'd imagine. I'm simply going to add some flip-flops. Now, if you've not seen our flip-flops, they come in packages, all different shapes and sizes, all different sizes and rectangles and squares, really. But these are 3x4s. The ones I'm using today are 4x4s. They go all the way up to 8x12 flip-flops. So 4x4s are what we're going to use. Now, I tell everyone, when you use a flip-flop, make sure that your page is all the way. I tap it down because you want the page to be as far down in the protector. So you line it up, and the same with your photos. Push those all the way down. Now, if I wanted, I could have these open sideways. You can open them anyway, but I'm going to have them open at the top. And so here's how I do it. I simply pull back some of this tape to get it started. I stand over, now that I know that I've lined up, everything is down at the bottom, and I make sure that I line up the photos. Like so. And then we're going to just go ahead and put that down, peel back, adhere. I always use my nail to kind of burnish it down a bit. And there you go. So I'm just going to do the same with the rest of these. I'm back to show you the finished layout. Now, I might have said before that I wasn't going to add embellishments, but I did decide to pull in just some retired rose gold sequins that I've added. Just added 3 over here and then 3 to this page as well. I just felt like it needed something a little bit blingy. And you know what? I'll bring my little container to share with my friends if they decide to do this layout with me this weekend. And I just love the way it all came together. I took the extra little piece of the sticker that I had left. I stuck it next to this photo. I just felt that that was kind of a fun little accent and kind of anchored this photo as well. But that stenciling just added that bit of softness that I was looking for without becoming gaudy or too overbearing with the layout. And I think moving the smile over here was a really good move because it left me a lot of room over here to do the flip-flops. This one I've actually changed so that it opens. Let's open it up. We have one this way, and then this way. And in fact, you know what, now that I did that, I just have to adjust my photos because you'll see that instead of flipping up, my photos are now a little crooked. So I have to just turn those over. I did 4 little prints, but that is just a little fix that I'll have to make just by taking the photos out of that flip-flop. So now they all move much easier than they did when I was trying to get them all to go up because they are so close together, these photo mats. Let's take a look at the details of this layout up close. I'll put a link down below in this video's description to all supplies that I've used to create this beautiful layout. And I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you've not yet done so, please consider becoming one of my subscribers. And I always love to hear from you, so leave a comment if you're so inclined. Thanks for watching and have a creative day.